Okay, it was raining, but it stopped. Let's see if I can get a flight in before it starts again, huh? And what did I read today? I guess with that thought of drone flights, apparently this one, someone was accused, as it says here, of shooting a drone. It says, Florida man accused of shooting Walmart delivery drone. I've always wondered about that. With more drone deliveries going to be in various areas, are people going to freak out, for example, over that? As it says here, a man arrested Wednesday in Lake County is accused of rendering thousands of dollars in damage to a drone that he shot as it attempted to make a delivery for Walmart. Dennis Wynn, 72, faces charges of shooting or throwing a deadly missile into dwellings, vessels, or vehicles, criminal mischief above $1,000, and discharging a firearm in public or on residential property. Records show Walmart in 2022 announced it was rolling out drone deliveries in Florida via DroneUp, a Virginia-based commercial drone services company that partnered with the supermarket giant in 2021. According to Wynn's arrest affidavit, a two-man DroneUp crew was at a delivery point in Overlook at Lake Louisa neighborhood when the shooting occurred. The document noted that the crew was there campaigning for DroneUp, which in this case was to include a proof of concept mock delivery to their location. The drone was around 230 feet in the air when it arrived, descending to around 75 feet when one of the crew members heard that they thought was a shotgun. The affidavit states, both crew and the drone raced back to the Walmart at US 27 and Johns Lake Road, where deputies responded around 6 p.m. after the crew members reportedly found a bullet hole in the drone's payload system. And here's the interesting part on how they actually, caught the person. It says a deputy made it back to the neighborhood, making contact with Wynn in the 11,300 block of Lemme Drive and asking if he had any incident with a drone. Wynn allegedly said he used a 9mm handgun to shoot a drone that flew over his house as he was working on his pool pump, recounting past experiences with drones that he thought were surveying him. While waiting for a transport vehicle, Wynn allegedly yelled out to a neighbor that he was going to jail for shooting a drone, according to the affidavit. The shooting incurred some $2,500 in damage to the drone, with the crew noting business operations would also be impacted due to the aircraft being rendered inoperable, according to the affidavit. And with that, the person, was booked with a $13,500 bond, according to this anyways. Again, it's probably going to happen more in terms of people actually shooting, let's just say, at delivery drones, and at the same time, just in general security. How do you protect your packages from those who will try to find ways to steal them as well? And when I thought of drones and seeing them more, how about this one? It was kind of interesting. When it comes to things like fireworks shows, even here, for example, normally there are these international competitions of sorts to see which country does the best job. But how about this one? Apparently there's one for drones. This one says the world's first international drone competition will brighten up Nha Tang's sky this July in 2024. From July 13th to 20th, the world's first ever international drone competition, Drone Light Battle 2024, Ever Glamour Nha Trang, will be held in the picturesque coastal city of Nha Trang, Can Hoa Province, Vietnam. In 2 nights, 4 teams from China, South Korea, France, and the United Arab Emirates, each boasting cutting-edge drone technologies, will compete under distinct themes: Glamour Nha Trang and Night of the Wonders. Each night will showcase 2 teams with 20-minute performances featuring a breathtaking display of at least 1,000 drones each. Awe-inspiring aerial stages with light and music that brighten up Nha Trang's sky promise the most stunning visual and sound experiences for the audiences. So that's kind of cool anyways. And I know the one they had here that I showed you guys, it wasn't as much compared to this, but I guess it'll eventually get bigger overall. It was kind of interesting anyways. And I know actually here for the fireworks show this year, apparently they are going to have drone light shows too before the fireworks. And this piece of news was going around a lot today. Apparently, the broadcaster CNN was potentially threatening, if that's what you want to say, or warning people like YouTube content creators not to post any videos about some kind of debate in the US, otherwise they will, copyright strike them and so forth. I was like, wow, what's going on here? How's that even legal when you think about it, if someone's commenting on it? This one says, CNN's crackdown on presidential debate commentary sparks backlash. CNN has threatened to take legal action against any creators and streamers who attempt to broadcast and add commentary to their upcoming debate stream, as the hosts of the upcoming first presidential debate this Thursday, CNN has notified live streamers that live streaming the debate with additional commentary is not permissible. The network has made it clear that they will not allow the use of their debate footage outside of their own network, claiming copyright infringement. Yeah, I'm wondering how is that even possible in that context in terms of fair use and all that, especially in this case with an election in the US apparently. It says the decision has been met with criticism from many who argue the commentary and criticism of the debate fall under the fair use doctrine, which allows for the use of copyrighted material under certain circumstances. Critics contend that the public has a right to see and discuss the debate in whatever format they chose, and that CNN's decision to restrict commentary on the debate is an overreach. Wow, I've often heard, for example, when it comes to politics and so forth, people want to silence each other, but how about in this case? That's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? So you can read, I guess, some commentaries and stuff online about it from people like lawyers, I suppose. Like this guy says here, CNN is breaking the law on this one. And he said, here's how when it comes to copyright law. As a producer of the debate, CNN holds a valid copyright on the footage as an audio-visual work. This gives CNN certain exclusive rights, including the right to control reproduction and distribution of the material. And then he talks about fair use law, which a lot of people do, even on places like YouTube and all that. It says, however, the fair use doctrine at Section 107 of the Copyright Act provides a huge limitation on copyright holders' exclusive rights. Fair use allows for limited use of copyrighted material without permission for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research, or in many cases, for example, kind of like react videos, I suppose, that you see online. It says, in this case, there can be no disputing that independent journalists have a fair use right to use short clips of the presidential debate for the purpose of commentary, criticism, and news reporting. If CNN decides to sue us for copyright violations, they will be in for a losing battle and likely have to pay our attorney fees in the end. This whole thing doesn't sound right, but yeah, it makes me wonder how do people react with this, because as I mentioned before, politics are so divisive, but in this case, if you're looking at it from a neutral standpoint, like a person like myself that doesn't care about this stuff usually, I would say that makes absolutely no sense, and they're kind of crossing the line in my opinion anyways. All right, see you guys later.